Good morning. It is day 36 of Marcus and me, and today we're going to talk about change and how it's inevitable. Today's 36 meditation begins. Constant awareness that everything is born from. Constant awareness that everything is born from change. The knowledge that there is nothing nature loves more than to alter what exists and make new things like it. All that exists is the seed of what will emerge from it. You think the only seeds are the ones that make plants or children? Go deeper. Marcus Aurelius, day 36 in meditations on my hike to Miss Elizabeth's house today over the waterlogged trails. I changed up my evening last night. I went to bed a little early. A lot earlier than I used to. I usually do. Just to listen to the rain fall on the roof. I think we got another 1.5 to 2 inches up here in the mountain. And it was kind of nice. I feel very rested today. I just went with what my body was saying, and my body was definitely tired yesterday. So, probably because I had a little bit of a change in plans myself yesterday, but it really was a good night's sleep. Sometimes you got to change things like that up, just your sleeping patterns, because your body is telling you what it needs. And I'm changing today, and we're walking somewhere else. And boy, is it full of water. Look at this. It's running all down the trail. Isn't it, Wyatt? Your feet are getting muddy. So even the terrain is changing, which goes in line with what Marcus was saying. It sure is beautiful over here at Miss Elizabeth's today. Seeds. Marcus says in this reading, you think the only seeds create plants or children. Go deeper. So what he's saying is it doesn't always create new life. Sometimes seeds of change or destruction or recreation, chaos like we're seeing, So you have to go deeper on that. That's a really interesting concept of what he's saying. Seeds doesn't always create life. Sometimes seeds are termination of life, because for everyone and everything there is a season. And one day our season will be up. There'll be new seeds, new lives. And we're all just passing through new times. Oh, Marcus, you really have a way of putting life into perspective. Eternity into perspective. The eternal changes. Anyone that's a history buff knows the changes, examines history deeply. So, anyway, seeds are not always plants or children. Sometimes it's death and destruction and Terminator seeds. Oh boy. Have a great day, everybody. Change up your day today, because that's basically all we can know that will happen. Change. And as our streams in the desert said today, trust that the Lord has the keys to all the changes in your life. All of it was planned. Don't be disappointed about it too long. perhaps write it out in a journal and get it over with. And then walk on. Have a great day, everybody. Peace be with you. I'm heading home. There's a ton of frogs jumping. And look at these pretty orange flowers over here. I don't know what they are. I'm gonna have to find out. There's so much rain at the piers. It's almost up to the pier. Well, it is up to the pier. Wow. Definitely changing. Look at the dragonflies. Woo! That bird. It's always gorgeous over here. Wyatt, you ready to head home? Back over through the river log trail, through the woods? No. You like hearing the frogs too much? Talk about changes. A dead tree fell in the field over here. Oh boy. It's been a long while since I walked this trail, so I had to make sure I got on the right one for the woods here. We'll avoid the flooded out trail. And look at how the tree limbs and all have fallen, and you can't really see it too well that this is an actual trail. I rode my horse down here for years. But yeah, that's what happens in nature. Things change, and if you don't remove the sticks, well, and the tree limbs, trails will go away. So I've changed it up today, and I'm walking deeper into the woods, and where I've been usually walking Wyatt, and he's very excited. I haven't been this way in a while, and you know, just thinking about the woods and nature. See, I've always felt more safe in nature, in the woods, than around most people. I was speaking with someone, we were talking about hiking and the dangers and having a knife or a gun, and well, I don't really have anything on me today, except the dog. But I remember I was hiking a trail out in Montana years ago, and I had that momentary notion, you know, where you think, a mountain lion could come and what could I do, or this could happen. I could break my leg and who would get me? But I go back to what my dad said, it's all written in the big book. And if that's your way, you know, you're supposed to have some traumatic experience, or you're supposed to die out there on the trail, and that's how it was supposed to be. There was also a time I was galloping my horse full out. Marguerite and I were going full out, all alone, in a secluded area down in Myrtle Beach. Nobody around. I had rode off from a ranch there, and that fear gripped me like that. I thought, what would happen? Because I could feel how stretched out she was, and when a horse runs like that, you can definitely feel how, you know, no amount of girthing is going to keep that saddle on. It's all about your seat. So, you know, we all have those moments of fear. Changes bring about those moments of fear. I think that's why society seems like it's in a big panic these days. But I really feel like the life I've led has made me able to handle it a lot better than most. As I'm walking through the woods steeply here with just my dog and a couple books. So, anyway, it is beautiful. There's some places back here where nobody probably but me knows about and goes to. And there's definitely a very clean, rich energy there because of that. Because there's a lack of humans, no humans that go there. So it definitely changes things there. You can feel the difference if you're sensitive. Like being deep in the woods where no other humans have walked through with their feet. And I don't mean that negatively, just, intuitive feeling of how it must have been like when there was just natives here and the land wasn't developed into the Disney world that we now inhabit. How natural that must have been. So on these walks I get that nice little feeling of existing in a more natural time. Much more natural time. If I say that, my foot almost goes down into a hole. Talking about this. See? And I'm still walking. A lot of our fears are unfounded, too. I found that in life. A lot of these stories we come up with in our minds put their imaginations of what could happen never actually manifest. So it's really just a big waste of time. I like to try to cut mine off when it goes there. Alright, enough of that. Think of some other thought. Anyway, go enjoy your walk deep into the woods with your dog while you still can between thunderstorms. Even that's fun to be out in. Get caught out in it. I'll show you this trail and we're going to end with that. Happy trails to you, everyone, as you venture out from civilization into the real world, which to me is nature. You ready, Wyatt? You're excited for this new trail. We haven't been down here in a long time. Look at how covered in lichen that rock is and moss. Beautiful. These rocks are all covered too. The air quality back here is very good. Since I'm back here up this way, I'm going to go visit my special place I went to when COVID was happening and the world was in a panic. And oh look, there goes a deer. Oh shoot, I missed getting it on film. Anyway, this area, I don't know what it is about this place, but I found it hiking. Oh, there goes a few more deer. Let's see if I can see if you could see their tails running. Anyway, this area, my friend Matthew Howard came out to, and he definitely believes this was a meeting area for Native Americans, the way the stones are actually arranged. So we're going to go up there and look at that. Check out those mushrooms. They look like something under the ocean. So beautiful. Right, Wyatt? So beautiful back here. So here is this area, and I found this a long time ago. I don't know how long ago, but all of these rocks are very big, and they're kind of situated in a way that you would gather and eat in an encampment. And this one's kind of like the center stone, I think. It's kind of almost like an altar or something. And then all the other big stones are around it. And there's other stones that are positioned down below, almost like a theater seating. There's some up top here. And Matthew's very intuitive. He's been doing a lot of archaeological work. And so he believes this definitely. We also found a turtle stacking of rocks down in this woods. So he definitely believes this was like a staging area for Native Americans once upon a time. And it's nice because the birds are back here. For a while the birds had left here. And now there's birds. During COVID I would come up here and I was like, well, there's nothing wrong up here in the woods. There's nothing going on out here in the middle of nowhere. And calms your mind, you know, helps you deal with whatever changes are occurring. But for a long time, there wasn't a lot of wildlife up here. It was almost like abandoned. And now I hear the birds. So this is a different walk for me today. I needed to change up my walking schedule. Got into a rut. So go enjoy your new schedule. Do something different. Switch up your life. And wow, it's just beautiful out here. I'll show it to you as we fade out.